Okay, hi all. Welcome again in the training series whereby we provide different training series of different softwares. But now this series is going to be for the CostX, and we welcome you into this one. And we are glad you've took the path to come onto the CostX training path. So, as we see on the screen, the question is why quantity surveyors should run CostX. So the question is coming as most of the people, they are like, which software should I go? There are so many softwares and so many companies, they require different softwares. So that's why there are various questions, which is like, which software should I go and why? So this turnaround is to explain why CostX. So what we're going to be looking into this introduction is the introduction to CostX and measurement and takeoff and the integration with BIM. BIM stands for Building Information Modeling, and how to enhance the accuracy and the consistency, of course, using the CostX. How can we do the proper cost planning and estimation? Like this, we're going to talk about how can we have the inbuilt rates in the CostX. Then how is the CostX going to help us in the professional reportings? How can the CostX adapt to diverse projects like residential, commercial, roads projects? How the CostX is going to be used on this. Then, of course, we are going to see how it's going to be helping us in for the time saving and for the increase of the productivity and how is the industry demand and, of course, the versatility and scalability of the CostX. After that, we'll have to look on the competitiveness on the markets when you are using CostX. How are you going to be having the competition on the markets when there is a need of a company skilled in CostX, having the employees skilled in the CostX, or if you're skilled yourself as an individual in the CostX, how are you going to be competitive on the market? Then we can have the conclusion. So let's jump into the introduction, as CostX is one of the emerged software technologies in the construction industry in terms of digital takeoff and cost estimation and quantity surveying in the general. So that means running CostX is going to offer a big advantage in the digital construction industry. So then when we go to measurements and takeoff streamlines, we are going to find two different things. So the first one is going to be the digital takeoff. Okay, so it's going to perform a takeoff directly from the 2D drawings and from the 3D models, and is going to eliminate the manual measurements whereby you have some assumptions where for the dimensions which you cannot see or you cannot measure them, you normally do the assumptions, but why using the 2D and 3D is going to be different. So I'm going to tell you that within 2D, there is still some accuracy, you might say 90 something percent, but with the 3D model is 100% accuracy because every properties comes as it's in the model, as it's designed. Okay, then about the measurements and takeoff streamlines. First, we saw the digital takeoff, then let's talk about the automations. So there are features which are like automatic scaling from the AutoCAD, because when you upload the AutoCAD file in CostX, most of the time you don't have to scale it. It comes already scaled. When you're uploading the BIM model, you don't have to scale. It's auto-detected. And for this process of the automation, how we link measurements and reusable templates save time and reduce errors. Let me say, if you have measured the footings, okay, CostX give you the possibility that the same footings you've measured, you can drag and drop, then you pick the wall area for it to give you the surface for the formwork. You can pick that concrete and you use it for the reinforcements when you have a certain ratio of the reinforcements. So this reusability, because you took one item, you can use it for different purposes. You can use it for counts, then you can save time. So most of the time, you don't have to measure the formwork when you measure the concrete, let me say like that. So when you're measuring the concrete for this structure, have in mind that the formwork will be automated. You just drag and drop and select the area. So now you can see the importance, because when you use normal 2D softwares like PrimeSwift, unless you have the templates, it's still the time saving, consuming compared to the CostX. Okay, so I hope that one is clear. Then when we go to the integration with BIM, so with the construction industry and how it's increasing actually, so it's adopting the building information modeling, because now you're gonna be having a project whereby among the deliverables of the design package, so the BIM model is going to be among the deliverables. Now imagine as a quantity surveyor, you're having the BIM model, but you're still sitting in the office trying to request for the PDF drawings for you to do the work, whereby the professionals you're working on with, they are aware that you should be using their BIM models and you can get the quantities. And remember, they are able to have these quantities as well. So be careful on this process, because you might end up working on a project whereby the designer, they have the quantities already. So they just give you to put in your QS additives, you understand? But if it's just about quantities, they also have it. So imagine if you start giving the quantities which is not accurate, which is having a lot of assumptions, so it's not going to be a good. So that's why I advise for sure to come and have the way to learn these softwares, so that you can be able to contribute to the construction industry, to the ESC industry as other professionals. Okay, now let's go to the next one, which is going to be for the accuracy and consistency. So this is the same as what we discussed. For sure, I don't want to spend a lot of time on theories and explanations, because I want, in the same introduction, I want to provide how the software is going to work. And of course, in the efficiency of the cost planning and estimation, we're going to be having the rate library, the multi-currency and tax. All of these, they are going to be integrated in the software, so that you can have the pre-built rate libraries and you can use them for your work. Then the professional reporting, it's going to be like a ready printout from the CostX. You can print out the BOQ ready to be submitted with your logo, company name, everything, and client name, letterhead, or done properly. So of course, the adaptability to different projects, that's going to be the same. So the industry demand, of course, if you go check on the market, so many QS jobs, they are requiring RIP CostX experience and user. So be careful. This is going to be your game changer, and is going to be one of the market's required tools in terms of cost softwares, cost estimation softwares. Okay, so of course, yeah, you're going to stay competitive in the market, and you're going to be employed easily compared to others. So by conclusion on this presentation, when you learn CostX, it's going to equip you with the cutting-edge skills to improve efficiency and accuracy in cost management. It's going to help you to adopt the modern digital workflows like BIM and enhance our perspectives. And of course, it's going to make us to stay ahead in this evolving industry. So without too much delays and deals, let me show you now how it's going to be working for you. So this is the CostX screen, and this is one of the projects which you also might have at the end of this course. And so what I want to show in this introduction, so we have different options. So we have the drawings controller, okay, here. Then we have the printing controller under drawings. So these are regarding drawings, okay? So these are regarding the drawings. And here you have the scaling part, what you use for scaling. And here we have how to activate and deactivate layers in the drawings. Here we have how to rotate drawings. And here we have how to display the features, like to put this black background and to hide the text in the drawings or bring them. So this is the display you use here. Then compare the initial drawings and the revised drawings. Then to have the view on the 3D model or to measure a certain distance, you can use this one. Okay, so you now understand this tab of the drawings. Okay, so that's better. Now in the dimension, we have the feature to use while we are measuring. We are putting all the dimensions and revisions when we are going to have the revision of different drawings. The workbook, it's like a BOQ. You can see this is the workbook we have. This is one of the BOQ. Then you can do the subcontractors adjudication or comparison. Okay, so now you might say one of the things, this is a PDF file, but CostX is able to receive a PDF image, DWG, I mean AutoCAD, and Revit files and IFC files, so and so on. Now, if you need to visualize these works, you just click here. Then you can visualize the works that has been done. And within these regions, you can have a look like this one, which is more like the last one. It's the beam. These are the concrete. So these are the footings. These one which are green. You can see there here the footings, and you can have look at them like this one. You can see these are the footings. These are the footings. So this is how you visualize your item in case you need to visualize them. Okay, and now what I'm going to show you that in these trainings you're going to be able to do the same works as this one. You're going to be able to do the same works. So these are the items measured. So let me try to expand all of them. Right click, expand all. So these are all my quantities. These are all the items measured. Okay, so these are all the items measured, and you can have to see that they are classified in different folders. And out of this, I'm going to show you now. So you will be able to do all these kind of works. You will be able to do it when you follow this course. So again, you might ask, what else should I get out of this course? After not only having this quantification, you will be able also to bring these quantifications into a workbook. Okay, into a workbook. A workbook is here, it's like a BOQ. You will be able to have a workbook like this one, a summary. So you will be able to have this bill of quantities. Okay, then you will be able to build the rates. These are the rates here. Okay, so these are the rates which I'll put in the software. These are the rates store like rates library. So you can see we have electrical, finishes, masonry. So as you can see, we have this one, we have finishes, so we have masonry, we have plumbing, we have roofing, we have steel. So it's just sample I put just for you to really see what you will get as a package. So you will be able to have these rates stored, and these rates to use them in to use these rates in the project. It's something quite simple when you have it. So when you have the rates, what you do is just you take any drag and drop, then you update. You see it's update. Just drag and drop, then you update. So it's really amazing work and really advanced work to do the job. So I will teach you how also to make this automatic Excel import on the rates automatically without you typing when you have them already on your previous projects. So I'll teach you how to upload it in the CostX so that you can be using it to prepare the BOQ. So not only this, I'll also show you the physiologies. So the physiologies, these are like the store. So as you can see, we have now 3 physiologies. This is the standard method of measurements. So we have the SMM7, 4, which is for civil engineering standard method of measurements, edition 4, and new rules of measurements, and the POMI, which is now going to have, or if you open the SMM4, this is SMM4 for the civil engineering works. You can see the coding and classifications. So all the items for the standards, they are now here. All the items for the standards, they are now here. Okay, so how you use it, you just I'll teach you the same in the course, how you use this to automate your works. Now NRM2, we have it here, all the items here, all the items, you see, all the measured works, see everything, we have it here. How we use it in the BOQ, also this is part of the course. Okay, so now we have the POMI, the same process, how we use POMI, you see. So we have all the everything, all the items in the POMI, how you can use it to collaborate with your works. That's the same, is going to be part of this course. Okay, so welcome. Now, this is not all. The question you might ask, how am I going to get the bill of quantities printed? So now when you go to workbook, you can come here to dimension, then you go to print. After you go to print, let's say this classic BOQ, so then come to generate. So after putting generate, you can have the preview. Then when you have the preview, you can see how it's going to look like. Okay, you see the bill of quantities available. I'll teach you how to put the logo here on top, but you can see now we have all our BOQ ready to be submitted with page numbers, with the total carried to correction as we do professionally. So everything is going to be part of the package which you are going to get into this training. So this is not the only course we provide. We provide different courses for Bluebeam. We provide for the Primavera P6 for planning, MS Project for planning. So different softwares we provide the trainings. But thank you for choosing the CostX for now, and see you in the course after, of course, you decide to join the course. Thank you so much.